Hey there, baseball fans. Nathan Rohde, Shooter Hunt, and David Sharp here with State to the Nation for PBR Alabama. Sharpie, thanks for joining us today. Let's head right into it and talk 2021 draft. The guy you got down there that's really interesting to watch is left-hander Maddox Bruns. We talked about him in the spring. Big-time spin guy. You've seen a jump in velo. What's this guy bring to the table for you?
Obviously, an electric arm. Last year the high school season was shut down, but our Mobile scout did get a chance to go see him before the high school season was ultimately canceled last year. And it was obvious at that time the jump he had made, and then he continued to you continue to see that jump this summer. The arm is electric, it does create some arm side action there. And as you mentioned previously, the separator there is the breaking ball. When he's in the zone, he is absolutely lights out.
Yeah, spin really does win with him, and he can really get a big bender work. And he's a Hail State commit, left-handed, good athlete, good size. I think the scouts will be bearing down on him in the spring, and if not 3 years in campus in Starkville, I think he has a chance to explode there as well.
Certainly so. Looking at a senior who remains uncommitted, we've got Kadeem Morgan. The program picks him up soon here, Sharpie. What are they getting in him?
They're getting a baseball player, and we get into metrics and all that stuff. And his metrics are up there. I mean, sub-7 runner, plenty of arm, strength across the infield, really can swing the bat at the plate. But, he's that dirt dauber type guy that just gets after it. We had heard about him. We saw him this past fall at our Excel Scout Day, and he was just very, very impressive to us and has an understanding of the game. His high school coach at Hueytown, his new high school coach there, just raves about what he brings to the table. And I know he's gotten some interest here of late, but someone's going to get a ball player that can really help them win a bunch of baseball games.
And college coaches want nothing more than that. I think they're starting to discover more and more getting winners and good kids help your program succeed.
In the 2022 class, we got a big left-hander in Alton Davis. Sharpie, I saw him in the fall. Very impressive arm. What I see here in your note is in a year's time, his velo has taken a massive jump.
Absolutely. And it's one of the more intriguing things that we've come across. In June 25th of 2019, he came to one of our events, and he was up to 77. He set 75, 76. He was up to 77.
Wow.
Well, we'd been hearing about a jump in velocity, and we were like, a lot of times you hear, a guy's up to 88, 89, you're thinking, okay, I got to see this. Well, he shows up at our top prospect games, and boom, is up to 91. Jumps 14 miles an hour in a little over a year. Just amazing. Goes to the future games, up to 92 there. The secondary stuff is really coming on for him, committed to Alabama very soon after the future games. But it's just amazing that the 14-mile-an-hour jump there. And I'm telling you, he's that kid that, projectability, he may end up being a 95, 96-mile-an-hour guy before it's over with at Alabama.
I agree with that, because I still think there's a lot more strength that's going to come for him. It's not fully developed yet. He's going to add some to the lower half, which is going to help the arm work even more and still coming together. I think his upside is immense. And shoot, Alabama's just breeding left-handers right now.
Yeah, they really are. So, but also committed to the University of Alabama. But in the 2023 class, you got Walter Ford, who you say is a true dual threat.
No doubt. And jumps on the mound. He's up to 91, 92 there. Hammer of a breaking ball. Just an athletic delivery. You see those two-way guys. It just, when they jump on the mound, it looks like it comes easy for them due to just their advanced athleticism. And, he really showcases a live arm on the mound. But I know Shooter, we've talked about him before, and I know Shooter really likes him in the infield as a position player because the bat really works there. He's got major juice off the bat. He's just a guy that the question's going to be, what's he going to do in the years to come?
Yeah, the power potential is what I love there. Stick him at third base. He's a good athlete, but those dual way guys, they compete. He gets on the mound. He's looking to strike you out. He's looking to embarrass you. And something where, hey, I played third base for the first 8 innings. Coach, we're in a pickle here late in the game, Coach Bo. I'm coming in to close the door in the SEC. So I'm a huge fan of Walter Ford's and think he can go even higher.
Wrapping things up here with the 2024 class. Funny story about this one, Sharpie. You submitted Jackson Sanders as your hot list topic for when we were introducing everyone to the 2024 class. You said, Shooter says he's going to be number one. I'm like, come on, Sharpie. You say who's number one in your state. Didn't realize this guy is #1 in the nation.
No doubt. A guy that has really exploded on the scene. Fastball already, touching 90, 91. Again, here's another left-hander, and I was told years ago when I was still coaching, if you're a left-hander, just be left-handed and, let that arm side action take over. And, Jackson Sanders has that long arm action, really creates some downhill trajectory on his fastball. But again, here's another guy that really shows late 12-6 action on a breaking ball. And, he's up at the top for a reason, no doubt.
Yeah, he's an Auburn recruit already for good reason. But the thing for me that propelled him to the #1 spot is the fact that there's still much more upside for him. The frame is still coming together. You look at what he's throwing, 91. It doesn't look like that yet because the backside's still not fully developed. It's not getting through yet. I think he can make huge jumps in the next year. Sharpie, I think you're going to head out this spring and see an even more advanced pitcher, and this is just in his freshman year. So Jackson Sanders, guy will be following for a long time. This 24 group in Alabama looks great, just like all the others, and they just keep rolling.
Excellent stuff. Well, there you have it, a great look at some prospects in the state of Alabama. So Sharpie, thank you for your time. But as always, for Shooter Hunt and David Sharp, I'm Nathan Rohde. This was State to the Nation, and until next time, we'll see you guys at the ballpark.